Olight is a brand that is pretty frowned upon in the gun community due to reports of a few of their models having issues with overheating or even catching on fire. Friends don't let friends buy Olight is a common saying. However, are their lights actually bad? I wanted to find out for myself. I specifically picked the Olight PL2 Valkyrie Turbo model. It boasts an 800 lumens brightness with a max throw of 66,000 candela, or lower lumens, but 3 times the candela of my Streamlight TLR1 HL weapon-mounted light. Moreover, it is designed to have a very similar body style to the TLR1, thus it is often reported to be cross-compatible with some TLR1 holsters. The Olight even has some cool features that a TLR1 doesn't have, like 6-way adjustability to allow for the tight fit on a variety of rails, meaning it can be adjusted to a variety of pistol rails. From Olight's own spec sheet, the light is supposed to function at greater than 90% output for the first 3 minutes of runtime, then significantly dropping off to about 50% at the 3.5 minute to 4 minute mark. To be fair, a white light, if used properly, should be used as sparingly as possible, so the performance is probably good enough for most home defense contexts. Olight also claims to have been tested to 30,000 rounds of simulated recoil. Let's be honest, if you're running an Olight, you probably aren't running 30,000 rounds of practice rounds through that weapon, so this is probably more than enough for your average gun owner. I definitely don't have that kind of round count through pistols with this flashlight, so I can't speak to that longevity. The flashlight features a strobe feature, which is standard for most weapon-mounted lights on the market. It weighs in at a heftier 4.48 ounces as compared to other lighter flashlights, and it is not rechargeable, which is my personal preference when it comes to batteries. It takes 2 CR123A batteries, just like my Streamlight TLR1. Price is the biggest pro of this flashlight. With an MSRP of $89.99, it is priced at least $50 to $60 cheaper than the USA-based Streamlight TLR-1 HL. Overall, the Olight was pretty impressive on paper, and for that price and the fact that it has cross-compatibility with the TLR-1 holsters, reportedly, I just had to give it a try. However, the Olight didn't fully live up to my expectations, even if it exceeded expectations in other areas. The Olight wasn't compatible with any of my TLR-1 holsters, even though I heard online that it might be. It wasn't compatible with the Universal Fit Blackhawk Omnivore. It also wasn't compatible with my Kydex holsters made for the TLR1. There definitely are plenty of aftermarket options made specifically for the Olight PL2 models, but not to the extent the TLR1 has. The TLR1 is supported by just about every major manufacturer. As far as flashlight performance goes, the Olight PL2 Valkyrie Turbo definitely does have higher candela than the TLR1 HL. Honestly, almost blindingly so at close ranges, but it's important to note, while it has a more powerful throw, it has overall less powerful lumens. The TLR1 HL has a wider range, more like a floodlight, and it is more evenly dispersed. The PL2 achieves its high candela by having extremely focused beam. Which one is more practical? For me, the TLR1 HL is, because within home defense contexts, a wider bright light is more important than a powerful, extremely focused light. That isn't to say that the Olight is bad. The TLR1 just makes more sense for my use case, within 20 yards being about the size of my house. If you are defending a property with a lot more real estate, the more powerful throw of the Olight may actually make more sense to you. As far as reliability goes, I've owned a TLR1 for a lot longer, so for that, the TLR1 is really proven. The Olight I just don't have enough range time on. I'll pin a comment on this video if the Olight stops working for me in the future. Lastly, I much prefer the controls on the TLR1 versus the Olight. The lever activation of the TLR1 is more intuitive to me. To get the strobe to engage on an Olight, you have to push both buttons at the same time on opposite sides of the pistol. This is harder than just flicking the lever twice. To engage the Olight, it is difficult to do without taking your support hand off the weapon, which is annoying if you're using the white light sporadically in a home defense situation. You would have to train a bit more with the Olight. The TLR1 activation is stupid simple. This is the number one reason why I prefer the Streamlight TLR1 HL over the Olight design. So do I like the Olight PL2 Valkyrie Turbo? Yes, I like it a lot. However, it suits a different need than what the TLR1 serves, as the TLR1 is better for the type of scenarios I'm more likely to face, that is home defense within 20 yards. The Olight is still a great light and can serve the same role, but its more target-focused beam is probably more suitable for outdoor contexts. Then couple that with a few anecdotal cases of users reportedly quality control issues with Olight, I would say proceed with caution. However, my personal experience has been very positive and I'll continue to keep the Olight, although the Streamlight TLR-1 will continue to be my go-to for the majority of my pistols.